interesting before you figure you've had enough. I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask? So I could. Well, not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued. Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you. But... I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick. Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. And that can't be all. Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day. Nonsense. Have I ever refused to help you when you asked? How confused can one person... One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? Got something on your mind, do you? Oh, I get it.
How may I be? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course. How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reverend Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manon is covered by nothing but vast oceans. It is possible. The melting of polar caps or a cataclysmic earthquake could have buried the land beneath the waves eons ago. Records from that time. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location. How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
Got something on your mind? Did I say that? Straight? Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding. I'm not here to satisfy your curiosity. No staring at the old man, that's what the sign says, damn it. And besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history, probably before you were born. History bores kids. Proven fact. Oh, fine, fine. Have it your way. Just don't cry about it later. Yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. I had a full head of hair and an eagerness to see... Sound familiar? The Council was never happy with willful, brash Jolie Bindo, you see. Even less so when I began my smuggling career. Don't look at me like that, damn it! I wasn't always the wrinkled coot I am now, you know. I can still fight, too. So wipe off that smirk I see there. At the time, the Yukata system was interdicted by its own king. He preferred to keep his people starving and poor, all the better to oppress them. The Senate was trying to negotiate a peace, but they were getting nowhere as usual. I decided I wasn't going to wait. I found myself a ship and a partner, and we began smuggling food and supplies to the... Well, we didn't buy all the equipment per se. Some were happy to donate goods. Some we just, knew had more than they could use. Stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough if they were compassionate. I considered it a tax on the greedy. We only got caught once. A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash landing. I thought the Force had abandoned me, as I remember. Well, as it happens, getting shot down turned out to be very fortunate. Well, that was the day I met my wife. You know another way to get a wife? But yes, if it's all the same to you, I'd prefer to stop talking now. My mouth is starting to draw flies. Got something on your... Oh, I get it.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Stelcath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude. Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Got something on your mind, dude? Oh, I get it.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help.
The Jedi Council wouldn't approve, but they always were a little stodgy about using the Force on people. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Welcome to Manan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid. KotOR is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, KotOR becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest KotOR and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our KotOR supply. But the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage. Oh, of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council. An ancient and... Well, perhaps. But if you... No. You do what I want and maybe I can... We were using a... But while it was... The Sith were applying... The droid's data center... It's heavily guarded. That is what we... There are several leads. The first method that's... We think he has proved most... We managed to pick up the encryption system. The Sith have got the cell... Visiting Sith Master... The luckless spy... The Sith base, it's... Here is a pass... You can choose whichever... You'll need luck for that one. Odds are they have some pretty strong guards in there. I wish you luck in your time.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. Well, the second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, I've ruined a dozen. Since Roland said you were...
Kakincha nawabakaon. Pitch. Chiwi aita. Tong hitwa. Topa na ot. Achua. Chiwi. Tong hit. Chiwa aita kang ki. Chiwi. Achua pengki. Tong hit wama ak iko tune. Potong himama ji aki inkotun tong panokun nonek chiwi aita ka chong chicha ki mulira kun kimba no kun nikdota kiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu labora na winki smaktom tong hitwama aki inkotune kiska dosoki tong hitwama aki Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo kun chiwi aita ka chong chicha agi inko tune tong hitwama chiwa aita tong hitwama kiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu labora na winki smaktom tong hitwama agi inko tune Potong himama ji aki inkotun tong panokun nonek chi Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua pe. Tong hit wama ag inkotune, potong hit wama ji agi inkotun, tong panoku. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami jusku chitanai. Tong hit wama ag inkotune, potong hit wama ji agi inkotun, tong panokun, nonek, chiwi aita. Jiska dosoki. Tong hit wama ag inkotune, chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Chiwa aita kang kicha na jupor. Jiska dosoki ko. Tong hit wama ag inkotune. Potong hit wama ji agi inkotun. Tong jiska dosoki ko. Chiwi aita. Tong hit wama ag inkotune. Potong hit wama ji agi inkotun. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami ju. Tong hit wama ag inkotune, potong. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono. Tong hit wama. Jiska dosoki. Tong hit wama ag inkotune, potong. Jiska dosoki. Tong hit wama ag inkotune, potong hit. Jiska dosoki. Tong hit wama.
Got something on your mind, dude? Oh, I get it.
Achoo. Jiska dosoki. Chiwi a. Tong hit wama agi. Jiska dosoki. Tong hit. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi inkotune chunam. Topa na o. Uchua penki. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi inkotune chunam. Tong hit wama agi inko. Chiwa aita kang kicha na jupornibo. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu. Tong hit wama agi inko. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami jusku chitanai. Tong hit wama agi inkotune, potong hit wama ji agi inkotun. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, lab. Tong hit wama agi inkotune, ชีวิไอตากาชองชีวะแอบไอตาคังคีชานาจูปอร์นิโบคุณมูลิราสJiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchu tong hitwama agi in, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi inko tune chula muri ra, tong hitwama jiko na. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchu apenki, chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi inko tune chuna muri ra, tangi wama ji, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi chiwa aita kan kicha na, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi inko tune chuna muri ra ki muri ra kun chiwi
Got something on your mind, dude? Oh, I get it.
How may I be? What is it you would like to speak to? Of course.
Hey! This street is for Sith only. You gotta... You talk big, but remember what we did. Hey, you working? Are you threatening? Me? I didn't do anything. This is an outrage, a travesty of justice. I'll get you for this, Jedi. The Sith won't...
We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Terrace into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided.
You make a good point.
Excellent.
Takum justa. Tonghai tuam Gigi yumalith pa ang inkotu. Tolba da bunkwalyagan. Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu aitha odunga. Inkin kuno bamuli. Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu aitha odunga. Tonghai tuam Gigi yumalith pa ang inkotu. Tolba da bunkwalagando de nago chuchut. Kachichu aitha. Tonghai tuam Gigi yumalith pa ang inkotu. Tolba da bunkwalagando de nago chuchut. Kachichu aitha haudunga. Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu aitha haudunga. Tolba da bunkwalagando. Tonghai tuam Gigi yumalith pa ang inkotu. Tolba da bunkwalagando de nago chuchut. Kachichu aitha haud.
Storm demons.
What do you want? I don't waste time. Wait a minute. You're no fan. Well, get it. Don't hurry back.
Still
How may I... What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Of course.
Only people who have Ha! We know who... Go. Only people who... You can ask. Go.
Takum just tak Miki grabel mogo. Kachi chuai thao donga tulpada bonk molyagan. Tonghai tuam jiji yumalith pa ang kotu. Tulba ada bunk wal. Rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Wana kunbes. Kachi chuai thao. Takum just tak Miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ai haudonga tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchu. Rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Wana kunbes. Tonghai tuam jiji yumalith pa ang kotu. Tulpada bonk wal. Kachi chu ai haudonga. Inkin kuno bamuli rachin kun. Slima podonna. Takum just tak Miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ai haudonga tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchu. Tonghai tuam jiji yumalith pa ang kotu. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchu.
You there. I don't... You! I don't recognize you. I know the face of every Sith on this planet. We'll get... Commander Gran. You authorized this person to enter? I don't know them, and their identification doesn't match up. They're...
What? Sound the alarm!
Got something on you? I don't want... Yes, you do. You may mean well enough. Let me tell you something. Once you've lived, if you're lucky, most of them will be good. If you're not, some will be bad. If you're really... you'll go far away. You say that now, but I'm talking to you from across the breadth of many years' experience. That is a gap I simply can't cross for you. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been in love? Truly in love, I mean, and not simple infatuation? Exactly. You're still at the beginning of your life. There will be women in your life. Perhaps many women. But if you're fortunate, you'll find love once. The Jedi, with their damnable sense of overcaution, would tell you love is something to avoid. Thankfully, anyone who's even partially alive knows that's not true. Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear, and can be controlled. But passion is not the same thing as love. Controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to beware. But love itself will save you, not condemn you. Listen to me go on as if I had all the answers. What do I know of love anymore? I'm just a lonely old man who's not even a Jedi. Do you? I wouldn't listen too closely. I'm no authority on anything. I just think that the greatest things in life shouldn't be avoided because they come. Love causes pain, certainly. Inevitably, love is going to lead to as much sorrow and regret as it does joy. I suppose there are perfect, eternal lovers out there, but I haven't seen any. And how do you deal with the bad part of love is what determines your character, what determines the dark side's hold over you. I suppose it could. It would take a strong person to make that kind of commitment, I think. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you and the one. The trick is to know when that is. To know when it's time to fight. And there I go, waxing philosophical again. Somebody blast...
How may I be? What is it you would... Well, in the early days of the Mandalorian War, there had been fighting closer to the Outer Rim worlds. KotOR was there, yes. My people had a great reputation as warriors, and that appealed to the Mandalore version of honor. They sought to test themselves against us, I think. Test themselves by bombing our world, slaughtering my people while they slept or while they ran. They swooped down from space, across the world, firing at anything that moved. They used ships in space to destroy all orbital facilities and bombard the surface. We did resist, and in spite of their violent attack, we did stave them off for quite a while. But in the end, we were doomed. We were not members of the Republic. KotOR was beyond the edge of the Republic, in the Outer Rim. And besides, they could not have known. Our interstellar communications were the first things the Mandalores hit. All other short-range communicators were jammed. We were on our own. We knew what was coming. We had fought the Mandalorians in the first war against Exar Kun and the Sith. We knew there would be no mercy for us. The most we could do was pack the few of our people who survived onto what few ships there remained and send them off into space as fast as they could. Most did not make it. My parents carried me as a baby with them and were lucky enough to escape. They fled as far as they were able and eventually settled on Taris. They could stand up. But Taris was a horrible choice. Dominated by humans, intolerant of other species, it made everyday life unnecessarily hard. My father turned to... But we are warriors. So he would get intoxicated, and he... killed by a man who provoked him into a fight and killed him like an animal. I am...
Buenas tardes.
Jolie, it is you.
And Laura, of all the people.
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Salkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why, whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused...
Murder?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry...
Calm down, Elora.
Sunry's...
Don't worry.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic's soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have... Yes, but it almost... Got something. Oh, I get it.
I hear you've been appointed as Arbiter in... Sunry is... He's a cripple. There's no way he...
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than this Sith woman. I'm a Jedi, and one who was living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about some...
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry did.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not...
It is generous as well. At the Republic Embassy tomorrow.
Be careful your nose in a plate like...
I hear you've been appointed. Find the real evidence.
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll... Jolie! Alora sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case. Just like old you comes... You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need...
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Cellcast seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed. Well, I was at the hotel, I admit, and I did meet a lot. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith, while I turned Alessa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the fact Alessa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you! Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? So, I hope you can see how the Sith... Anything else I can... Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Anything else I can... Very well. Once you've gotten enough...
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter. Sunrise...
That's true.
And there's no way... This is all a plot.
It's possible.
Find the real evidence.
You're the one to... The Sith woman, He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court. No. Nope. Yeah, I'll tell the court.
I guess this is what they call working the system. Not that I...
Now, was there anything... There were only two... Normally, I don't... The other is a right... Don't know anything about... Anything else you want to know? Well, okay.
You with the cell, Kath? I told the damn fish everything I knew. Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to... Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usual. I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith Master didn't know... Oh, well, alas, so what? I didn't... You know, I think I could try... Well, one time, I saw Alassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her... Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave... Seems so. But I'm not getting myself... Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. You again. I was in my room, minding my own business, being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately. I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Alassa's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty. Yes, well, I'll be right.
Chiki kunsa. Glupor tong hitwan. Glupor yun tung chiwi ita. Bola un chikne mulira glupor. Glupor king panik chalora kun. Glupor chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Glupor tong hitwama. Glupor picha. Glupor chang wapa chingo shang li chama ucha wish uyong kung. Glupor tang abag shang glupor non pitesa yun patisa. Glupor katcha.
How may I be? What is it you would like? Of course.
Got something. Oh, I get.
You, Jedi. I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunri and Elasa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes? Dear, dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the... No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be... Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Have you managed to Excellent. And now for your information. As you know, the Republic, we need much in the way of... Manan is the sole source of... The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties, seek to treat the Sith and the Republic equally. But a few more far-sighted Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be nothing to stop them from taking Manan anyway. So we made a deal. We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest KotOR directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction, an ancient building or artifact. Transmissions from the base... We don't know. As you may have noticed, when we lost contact with the station we've tried hiring... The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Rackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now, I must live up to my end of the bargain. I took the liberty of having a submarine. It has been programmed. I would send soldiers to assist you, but The Sith have also noted our interest and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened. Good luck in your efforts. When you are ready to explore the sub will have a course. I wish you luck on your quest.
Got something on your mind, dude? Oh, I get it.
How may I... What is it you would... Of course.
did you get in here? Wait, I recognize you. Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Terrace alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Well, let me guess. You intend to collect this reward, right? See? What did I...
As you wish, my eager apprentices. We shall remove this thorn from Malak's side once and for all.
Got something on... Oh, I...
How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
How did you get in? Did they send another submersible? Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away. No! No, we have no... The Selkath, they went crazy. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere. And the Selkath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries. They swarmed out and over us. There was... So we ran. But hardly any... The sharks. The Feroxa out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Selkath. Back to the surface. We can't... But all the machines... No! If you go in there, you're dead. If you want to die...